Hey, Dr. Matt here. So many of you have asked, why are we lumping in grain-based flours to our Shake the Sugar challenge? The reason is because refined sugars, how they punch that addiction center in our brain? Well, grain-based flours literally do the same thing, especially the wheat-based grain flours. I mean, they're not a drug, right? You think? Well, potentially they respond in our body almost worse than most drugs would. You kind of think, I could easily give up muffins or bread or cereal or crackers or chips. But what happens when you actually decide, I'm going to give up for this 7-week season. I'm going to bypass the donuts, the cookies, the crackers, the croissants, the pasta, the piece of toast that's made out of flour and not sprouted. For many of us, the alarm bells in our addiction centers are going to go off. They're going to go boom. They're going to say our mood is changing. Our enjoyment of life just dwindled a little bit by not having that flour hitting those addictive centers. Does that mean you can never eat bread again? Nope. The problem is these grains, they've been processed into an addictive, powdery powerhouse. And that they powerfully activate those dopamine receptors, those dopamine response centers in our brains, and they cause surges in our blood sugar. So with each serving of flour, our dopamine receptors become more and more dulled to the influence and to the impact of these flours and added sugars, and they require more and more inputs. It's like you can't just eat one, right? And that to get that same stimulus, you got to do more and more and more. And over time, the brain, no longer experiences the high from flour. And now a person, guess what? They got to consume the addictive flours just to feel normal. This is a bad place to be in. And if you're one of those people who finds himself addicted or having addictive tendencies, man, no doubt, some people can take a cookie, a little bite, a little side of chocolate, one little piece of bread from the bread basket, take a bite, wrap it back up, put it back in the fridge, freezer cupboard, and go on with their day. But then there are the rest of us, where one bite, it leads to 10 bites, and this downward spiral of sugar, specifically added sugars, and flour intake, and it's hard to combat. And that messes with our blood sugars, our body composition, our long-term risk of dementia and Alzheimer's and cardiovascular disease, stroke, all that stuff. So the 7-week Shake the Sugar challenge, it's just a great opportunity for us to figure out, where we sit on the spectrum of addiction. Where are you? Is flour an issue? Is added sugars really an issue? Maybe you get done with this time frame, you're like, man, that was easy. Didn't even think twice about that kind of stuff. Well, then, you probably have very low addictive tendencies. And the deal is you just want to keep those things out so that you can live a healthy, whole, long life free of disease and dysfunction. And for the rest of us, getting or having just complete release of the grasp of grain-based flours and added sugars from our life, man, I'm telling you, you're not going to be disappointed. You are not going to be disappointed by releasing yourself from that grasp. And you are literally building a foundation for total liberation from food addiction. And remember, this is just a 7-week challenge. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Day 50. But for 7 weeks, you're experimenting with your body to see if you really enjoy, how your being feels when added sugar or grain-based flour is not a part of it. Or, be honest, I prefer how I feel when I'm, eating Snickers, drinking soda pop, and, hammering, white bread. Or maybe there's a little bit of both. So this is just an opportunity to challenge yourself to make sure there is an addiction there. And if there is one, you overcome it so that it doesn't lead you down a pathway that you don't desire to go to related to your health. All right, keep accumulating health. Keep sending me your questions. I want you guys thriving this whole time.